Hey guys, this is Jessica Lopez and thanks for tuning into my second video. It's about 98 degrees here in LA today and it's October and I am frying. But hopefully I'm frying with the right cooking oils because that will make a difference in the way my body feels. So on my bulletproof journey, I started about 2.5 to 3 years ago, and one of the first changes that I made was changing the cooking oils that I was using. I used to cook everything with olive oil, and then I realized that that's not really the best thing that you should be doing. I'm not saying olive oil is the worst thing, but it definitely could improve. So I wanted to talk a little bit about that today. The first oil I want to talk about today is one of my favorite ones. I'm completely obsessed with this oil. It's super good and it has a high smoke point, so don't be afraid to use this when you're cooking. And it is grass-fed ghee. And you can buy this at Whole Foods or at Erewhon, depending on where you live. Erewhon is for people who live in LA. I don't think it exists anywhere else. But it makes everything taste like more umami-ish. So I really recommend using grass-fed ghee. You can also make grass-fed ghee from butter. I've never made it, but there are YouTube videos out there and there's a whole bunch of articles out there that it will give you a step-by-step on how to make ghee at home. I also like to point out, I use ghee the same way that I would use like lard or tallow, beef tallow. So if you have that, that's like in the same category as ghee. I just really like ghee, but yes, if you have tallow or you have lard, any animal fat, I totally recommend cooking with it at all times, especially when you're cooking meat or sauteing some vegetables. I definitely recommend using ghee. The second one I like to recommend and use in case I don't have ghee, in case I use it all up, is coconut oil. So I actually just purchased this one from Costco. They have a really good deal and they're humongous, as you can tell, and you can also tell that it's 98 degrees because this thing is completely liquid. So I use coconut oil mostly for baking because when you cook with coconut oil, it kind of gives you that sweet, weird taste, and I don't like that. Chicken with coconut oil just sounds a little weird. I don't really recommend it for that reason. Use this for baking because it gives it more of that sweeter flavor. And if you're already bulletproof, you're already using coconut flour, so adding a little bit more coconut flavor will not be a big deal. It's going to be expected. Whereas if you're serving chicken cooked with coconut oil, people are going to be like, this tastes a little weird. You can put it on your skin while you're cooking. You can put it in your hair while you're cooking. Oil pulling, I use coconut oil as my second choice if I have run out of ghee. So it's for emergencies and for baking. So the third oil I always like to have on hand in my kitchen is the most expensive and the most hard to find, but it is organic avocado oil. So I use this for dressings. The flavor of it, I really like it, and also I sometimes cook with it when I am completely out of ghee and completely out of coconut oil. I do use avocado oil as my last resort just because it's expensive and also the smoke point isn't as high as it would be with ghee and coconut oil, but still I like to use it a lot. Unfortunate part is that organic avocado oil right now is really hard to find and also really expensive. So if you can't afford this, I definitely just would use coconut oil. It's much cheaper and, has a higher smoke point than this does. It's hot. So the fourth oil that I use a lot in my kitchen is olive oil. I like to use the Bragg's brand of olive oil. I trust their brand. They make a lot of different things and they're organic and I just really trust them, so I always try to buy theirs. I use it in dressings and just try to keep it more raw. It has a lower smoke point, so if you have to cook with them, it's okay, but I don't recommend it because a lot of the health properties that avocado oil and olive oil have, they denature very quickly with certain temperatures. So if you cook them, you might not be getting those benefits at all. Also, it oxidizes all the fats that it has in it, which could cause inflammation. So I don't recommend cooking with them, but I do like to have them in my kitchen, and I totally recommend you guys have them in your kitchen as well. The other thing I wanted to talk to you guys about is avoiding certain oils. So there are oils just like canola, corn, sunflower, safflower, cottonseed, a lot of different oils that are in a ton of processed products out there, whether you're eating cereal, crackers, cookies, or whatever. They're all gonna have these inflammatory oils in them, and I want you to be careful with that. So make sure that you're looking at the ingredients list, because you'll find that every single thing has it. Stay away from all those vegetable oils. You can find that list on my blog. I also like to mention that I think cooking at home is the best option for you, so you know what goes into your food. Like 98% of all restaurants and all places you're gonna go out and eat, they use some sort of vegetable oil. Just be mindful of going out. That's my talk about my 4 cooking oils that I have in my kitchen at all times. If you really like this video, don't forget like it or subscribe to me. You can find me at my website, www.therealjessicalopez.com. You can also find me on Instagram with that same name, at @therealjessicalopez. I have a Facebook page. Yeah, I'll see you next time. Thanks. Whew, it's so freaking hot. So yeah, just like the list that I listed. Yeah, right.